Hey, shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome to another edition of Maccabees TV. This is your brother, Priest Daniela, Lions of Israel, Maccabees Alliance Council. As always, as you brothers and sisters come in, please be sure to hit the like button. It makes the video more visible for when others come on and log on. They can see that we're live, or they can see that there was a broadcast. And also, like always, I like to see where people are watching from. So if you want to, you can drop, your location in the chat. Right now, I told you, brothers and sisters, that I wasn't going to do impromptu videos on Maccabees for a while. I was actually going to work and do the impromptu videos on the backup channel. That's what I told you, brothers, right? And hey, there's old saying that says rules were made to be broken, right? And I saw something so egregious that I had to break my own rule. For those of you that are not familiar with the backup channel, that's it right there in the chat. Make sure y'all subscribe. We'll get back to that in a second. I'm not going to be long, and I think most of y'all will catch this on the replay. But I saw something so egregious on my timeline this morning on Facebook that I said a lot of people that are on the channel are not friends with me on Facebook, so they probably will never see this. But I want you, brothers and sisters, to see how wicked this place is, right? Once again, like I did a video last week and said that pretty much without the Bible, we live in a world full of Malik Yobas and the like, right? I'll just say the like for now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen really quickly. And I want you, brothers and sisters, to look at this absolutely egregious abomination that somebody posted on Facebook today that I reposted and was so abominable. I said, I got to come here and show it to some of y'all that may not be on social media. Check this thing out right here. Let me share my screen for a second. I'm going to be quick. And all I'm going to do is read, because I think you brothers and sisters already will know what it is when you see it. All I'm going to do is just read what it is. And I'm going to turn it off before I start ranting and raving. Check this out, y'all. Check this out. Check this out. Let me share my screen. Okay. So let's do this. Boom. All right, brothers and sisters. So that's my Facebook page, brothers and sisters. My Facebook name is Daniel Benjamin. Most of y'all know, maybe some of y'all don't know, right? So do y'all see the post that I posted about an hour ago on the right-hand side of the screen? It says, this is as evil as it gets. Now, this is a product that's being sold on Etsy. It's called a Tuck Buddy, brothers and sisters, a Tuck Buddy. No, I never heard of this before. And most of you probably didn't either. What is a Tuck Buddy, brothers and sisters? A Tuck Buddy is underwear or undergarments to help boys as young as 5 years old hide their gender. So now we live in a world where for some strange reason, a 5-year-old boy doesn't want you to know that he's a boy. Who is influencing that? It has to be a grown behind, I'm going to keep my language clean, a grown behind adult. So you have a grown behind adult that has created a product or some underwear that 5-year-old boys can wear to hide their gender. This is the world that we're living in. Now, I said to myself, sometimes some of these posts be fake on Facebook. Sometimes some of these posts are just people just throwing, they come from parody websites, etc. That's what I thought. So I said, as you can see, when I posted, I said, this is as evil as it gets. And so I went to Etsy to see if it was real. And yes, indeed, brothers and sisters, these things are real. This is a real product, a real product. Let's scroll down a little bit. I want to show you, brothers and sisters, something. Let me just show you something. Watch this. So what I did was I came here and I clicked on sales. They sold 343 of these abominations. So I want to see what exactly is it. What is it? What is it? What is it? You see, did I do it already? Here we go. Okay. So, brothers and sisters, do y'all see what it says here? Tuck Buddy Kids. Do y'all see that right there? MTF Tuck Buddy. What is that? What is this right here? This is if you are a man pre-op. In other words, you haven't had the surgery yet, right? They have now created underwear where you can hide your manhood to be able to fool somebody, because it always happens that you'll have these men that haven't actually gone through the surgery. So, you know, the manhood is still there, and sometimes people see it, whatever like that. Now they've created underwear to hide that thing. And they're making them for children as young as 5 years old. This is the world we live in, where they're telling us to put the Bible down because the Bible's a fairy tale, the Bible's a myth, the Bible's divisive, the Bible is this, the Bible is that. And we live in a world where there are no laws. And where there are no laws, now you have underwear for little 5-year-old boys that don't want nobody to know that they're boys, and underwear for little 5-year-old girls that doesn't want anybody to know that they're girls. This is the world that we are living in. This is the lawless society that you have, the so-called conscious community that hates the Bible, right? So they want to tear down the Bible. They want to tear down all those laws and say that those laws are oppressive and have nothing to replace the Bible with. And then we'll live in a world and we'll be part of a society that promotes stuff like this. It promotes stuff like this because the conscious community is more concerned with economics. Well, we got to get our economics together. No, man, Black people need freaking morals, man. So-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We need freaking morals, and we're not going to get it from this society. This is as evil as it gets. Who does something like this? Who does this? They put on their money in God we trust, and then take the laws of God and toss it behind them and promote this nonsense right here. And we're supposed to be the bad people, the Israelites. Do y'all see this evil? So I said I would just come online and I just would quickly share this with you, brothers and sisters, man. This is about as bad as I've seen. Like every time I think I've seen the most egregious thing. And let me tell you something, man. Let me say this. I guarantee you, I'm not asking, I guarantee you some of these 343 sales on this website right here, I guarantee you, man, Blacks and Hispanics want some of those. Black and Hispanic children have some of those. How much you want to bet? Because any place that you find evil, our people are clearly and presently there, because we as a people are destroyed, man. We're destroyed. It's a damn shame. Okay. So I just wanted to show you, brothers and sisters, that because this hurt my eyes this morning. You know what I'm saying? And some of you may have never heard about it. Some of you may have never seen it or wouldn't have seen it if I didn't do a live on it. You know what I'm saying? So I said, I'm going to share this with you, brothers and sisters. All right. Y'all take that and y'all process that. All right. Now, I want to talk about one more thing really quickly. So we've been having these conversations, right, about all this in the Black community. I'm going to say the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American community. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to use the term Israelite right now, because what I've noticed is you have a lot of people that don't believe in the Bible that's trying to make this an Israelite problem, because we happen to be talking about Israelites over the past week that have been doing some really egregious stuff when it comes to children. So they're trying to make it an Israelite problem. So for the moment, I'm not going to use that moniker because this is a problem all over our community, right? I want to show you something, right? Because I mentioned it in one of my last videos. And I want to show you, brothers and sisters, the mentality of some people in the community. All I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, brothers and sisters, this because I mentioned it in my last video. And y'all tell me if there are any scholars, in the community, right? Please feel free to come on the comment board and give me the link, or you can inbox me, whatever. And please give me the sources that substantiate this nonsense right here. So I'm just going to read. This is a gentleman that was on a post on Facebook, right? And I want you, brothers and sisters, to focus on this middle comment right here, this middle one right here. I want you to look at what this gentleman said right here. Let me click on it so you, brothers and sisters, can see it a little better. This is what he said, right? And he made this comment. This is what he said. Pay attention. He said, LOL, then how can you call yourself Yisrael, since Isaac was 40 years old when he married 10-year-old Rebecca? And he starts laughing because the joke is on us because we have a problem with that. Guessing someone has never read the book of Jasher or Jubilees. Remember, Yisrael likes them young, not old, and used like you. Okay? This is what's going on in our community. So does anybody have, because I actually have never seen those precepts in those books. I really don't even subscribe to those books at all. But has anybody seen the precepts in those books? If anybody wants to post a link or whatever like that on the page, just show me that, because I'd like to go see that for myself. But this is what's going on in our community. This is the sickness. And just so you brothers and sisters know, y'all could come and see the post for yourself. Y'all see it's under Angelia Benjamin. That's the under her post. This gentleman works with children, brothers and sisters. We found that out. He works with children. Okay, so God to tell what he's doing at his job. Yeah, we have a lot of problems in our community that needs to be resolved. That's what we need to really be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Prophecy and sin. Prophecy and sin. The Bible speaks about prophecy. We're supposed to prophesy. And seeing that we live in a society that promotes stuff like this, we definitely want to prophesy against this wicked behind kingdom. But also, man, there's a lot of our people that are sick. They're sick. They come into the truth and they really are not really repentant or fully repentant at all. They just come into the truth and just taking up space. And they haven't really addressed, I'm going to call them their demons that they're dealing with, they was dealing with in the world. Okay? I'm going to say this and I'm going to end the video now, right? If you are a brother or a sister that has experienced trauma in the world and you know that there are some things or some thoughts that you're having that you should not be having, right? Before you go and do something stupid, why don't you just seek counsel? I'm not saying seek counsel from me, but seek counsel from somebody you trust and talk to somebody, man, and let them know maybe what you experienced, what you went through, and which may be a result of, which may have resulted in your behaviors, okay, that you're having. I'll give you a perfect example. I'm not going to get too deep into it. We have, I'm going to say we. It's not going to necessarily be me because I'm not a victim of it. But we have to counsel a 15-year-old this weekend who was molested as a child. He's 15 still, but was molested as a child. And now that trauma that child went through has caused them now to question their sexuality, for lack of a better word, right? And so the parents have reached out to brothers and sisters to come and try to talk to this child to see, you know, what we can do, what we could say, how we could help. This is what we're dealing with. See, y'all think it's just all about standing on the corners and yelling. Y'all don't understand what we deal with behind the scenes. Y'all don't understand. It's a lot of things going on that we're dealing with. That's why I don't have time for some of the stupidity that I see the conscious community do. I just don't have time for that because there's real issues. And check this out. We're dealing with our issues openly. That shit is going on in their community and they ain't saying nothing about it. They're not saying nothing about it. They're acting like it's not there. I know it's there, but they're acting like it doesn't exist. We got some real issues to deal with as real. You know, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Once again, I'm going to put the link in the chat. I'm going to put the link in the chat right here. I need for you brothers and sisters to make sure that y'all subscribe to Maccabees TV News. I will be still putting videos on here, of course, on this channel, of course. But as far as these impromptus, unless I see something else just as egregious as what I saw this morning, when I do these impromptu videos, they're going to go on the other channel. I want to build that other channel up. So again, I'm going to put it in the link right now. After I'm done, everybody hit the link, go over there, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I went live. This is it right here. This is Maccabees TV News. Make sure you brothers and sisters subscribe, hit the like button on this video, share this video. Once again, I'm going to share my screen one more time. Let's come back to this because this is evil. This is evil. This is evil. Yes. Yes, I posted on my social media today. They now have underwear to help boys as young as 5 hide their gender. Because in America, 5-year-old boys need to hide their gender. That goes back to what Malik Yoba was saying on that Breakfast Club interview that I spoke about last week, when he was saying the doctors are forcing a gender. So a boy that's born with a rod, they're saying the doctor forced him to be a boy. He forced him, even though he's born with a boy with a male part. He was told or forced to be a boy. So now we have to make underwear where children can hide their gender until they're old enough to tell you what they want to be. Yes, this is the country that the conscious community wants to walk lockstep in. The conscious community wants reparations from the society, and they want to build economics in the society, and they want to help build the society up. But this is the society that we, pursuant to scriptures, want to see burn to the ground. And with that, this is your brother, Priest Daniel, Alliance of Israel, Maccabees Alliance Council. Before I say any more, and before I go, really start using 4-letter words, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get off, man. Most High bless y'all. I say shalom. Make sure again that y'all follow that link and subscribe to Maccabees TV News. Captain Tazariak, I see you, King. I'm definitely going to we're going to get up and do that interview for your upcoming lecture as well. Darash, Amath, I see you. Gray Man, I see you. Nugget, you know what I'm saying? I see you as well. Mika, you're everywhere. I ain't got to say, you know. Yes, it's crazy, man. Savo, you always got some interesting thing to say. Esau is no longer our brother. Read the book of Obadiah. Esau broke the brotherly covenant. They're not our brothers no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. That's it, family. I'm out of here. Shalom.